What's going on, everybody? I'm actually here on location with my friend Gabby from Morph Menagerie and the Flora Fauna shop, which we're at right now.
Yep.
I'm super stoked to be out here. And for those people who don't know you, what got you into reptiles?
Well, I lived in Florida, and I think everybody who lives in Florida gets into reptiles if you have like the inkling of liking animals in any capacity. But yeah, I was very lucky and got to frequent a lot of really cool stores, and I got really into the hobby by having some friends already that were in the industry, and it just, the second you buy one thing, you buy 47,000 more. So we know how that goes, right?
Absolutely. What was one of the first things that kind of caught your attention in reptiles that you're like, I kind of like that?
Okay, so it was when I learned about ball pythons and all the different morphs.
Classic.
You
like
could
that's
just,
what
you
roped
got
you
me.
in.
You
Yeah,
got me,
exactly,
you know?
exactly, yeah.
But I'll never forget, there was not a ton of morphs out at the time. Pied was like the latest and greatest. This was like the best of the bests, and like just to get a super pastel or just to get a spider was the creme de la creme. So that's how long ago it was, which was more than 20 years ago. And yeah, it's just been like since.
That's awesome.
So
that's right. The downward spiral ever since.
We just keep going. Sometimes it's uphill because depending on, how expensive it is, but also approachable at the same time. It's fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So now you do, outside of the shop, you've got a lot of gecko stuff. That's where it's all at. So what made the transition from ball pythons are really cool to, those geckos are better?
Now the gecko's better. I actually, while I was doing ball pythons, was also really into cresteds, and it was before like anything had been like, there was no Facebook, there was nothing. It was kingsnake.com and ordering things online, which was like a very foreign concept. Like shipping reptiles at the time was just like not something that I had known how to do or anything. So we would scour PetSmarts and Petco's and like look for there was no morphs at the time. It was like buckskin and then maybe flames if you're lucky. And it ended up just like evolving, and then I got out of it for a little bit and then got back into it, and then I was like, I want to buy a bunch of leeches, but how am I going to do that? They're so expensive. I was like, I'm going to breed cresteds because it was easy. And then I ended up finding, I love cresteds. Like, they're so versatile, and I love that you could just get so many different outcomes. And I like with like ball pythons, you only need so many of the same gene, whereas like in cresteds, you can have 47 tricolors and they all be so different. So I like the variety.
I love that.
Yeah.
So we're currently at your new shop, Flora Fauna.
Yep.
So what was the idea for the shop, going from private breeder to like, no, we want to do something bigger? Yeah.
Well, the problem is Raleigh had nothing. Like there was no reptile stores here. There are a few like local places that would sell feeders, but I remember like being able to go to the store and be like, okay, I need this bug, that bug, this bug, that bug. I want this, 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 and this, and then be able to order it and have it all right there. Whereas like I would go into PetSmart and they'd be like, oh, well, it's Tuesday, we don't get our order yet. And like there was just like never availability. Also, I'll never forget jumping from Petco to PetSmart back and forth 100 times to try to find the one bulb to match the one thing that fits this. And it was just like a necessity. And it's always been something I wanted to do. And we love plants, and it's just, if we're going to have our geckos, let's put them in one place. If we're going to breed any of this, let's put it in one place. And now we have it all in one location, and it's just so easy, but also fun to have people in the store and like make new connections all the time.
Absolutely. Heck yeah. And the shop is awesome. I've been here a few times now.
You.
It's fantastic.
We put a lot of love into it. Brett puts a lot of work. He's just standing right here. Who doesn't like to be on camera? But he does a lot of the like creative stuff and like tank building and stuff like that. And I just like to boss people and manage things, and I can't help myself, but I have great people that work here that we trust really, really like implicitly, and we're grateful for that. So I don't have to do that so much, which is nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we're here on the USARK YouTube channel, so I have to ask you, what does USARK mean to you?
Oh, USARK has always just been such a staple in our community of like advocating for our hobby and having the freedom and flexibility to do that while people are out there fighting that, making sure that we have all the rights that we deserve to have to keep properly and all that jazz. So we're very grateful for USARK.
Heck yeah. Well, thank you so much. It's great to see you for sure.
Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely.
We love this.
So check these guys out. I'll have all their links in the description below so you can figure out how to find them. Check out some of their awesome animals. And if you're in the Raleigh area of North Carolina, you got to come stop by the shop.
Come say hello. And tell us when you come say hi. We love to see you, tag us, any of that. We're here for it. So
Sweet.
Thank you, Jeremy.
You so
You're
much.
the best.